Good evening, everyone. Welcome to StormCast. My name is Joey Pisani. It is great to be back here on the air with everyone and kicking off the 2018 StormCast season. We've got some of our members here with us. We'll get to you guys in just a minute. For those of you just joining, first of all, welcome to Extreme Weather Videos. This is StormCast. If you're new to Extreme Weather Videos, let me tell you a little bit about Extreme Weather Videos exactly. Extreme Weather Videos is a group of meteorologists, storm chasers, and weather enthusiasts from across the country to be an online news source for breaking weather news and media. With us tonight, we have Jesse from Iowa. Good evening, Jesse. And we also have Rob from Florida. He is with us as well. Good evening, Rob. And I'm your host, Joey Pisani, here from EWV headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. Great to have you guys. So what is StormCast? We're going to talk to you guys a little bit real quick about what we're going to do. We're going to talk about some breaking news that we have ongoing today. A lot to kind of cover there. We'll also talk about maybe some weather events that we've had here in the past week. We'll take a look at some media that some of our team members have sent into us, have a really cool picture of the blood moon. And then we're also going to take a look at some of the forecasts for the upcoming week, what the weather's going to be like. And then we'll take a look at, we're going to have a nice weather 101 section where I'm going to teach you something that maybe you don't know about, forecasting and different things that meteorologists use for forecasting the weather. And then we'll wrap it up. So let's get right to it here. We have some winter weather watches and advisories that we have in effect. And Rob is actually going to go over these winter weather advisories and watches that we have in effect. So, Rob, definitely let us know what we have going on out here across portions of the country concerning this winter weather. What are we looking at here?
Well, let's see. We have three winter storm advisories. We have one in Montana, South Nebraska, and northern Kansas. And we also have some in much of Missouri. We also have some winter storm advisories in parts of south central northern Illinois up into southern Wisconsin, spreading east into the parts of northern Indiana and southwest Michigan. Also, we have some in portions of the central Appalachian and western Virginia and much of West Virginia. As we look to the northeast, we have new winter storm watches from northern Pennsylvania up into Maine. This does not include coastal areas such as Boston, New York City, or Philadelphia.
Awesome. Yes, you can see him right there on the map. And we actually have Dan. Great to have you here on us. He is from up in Wisconsin. You're a little dark there, but that's okay. So Dan, Jesse, you guys have both been dealing with this winter weather yesterday into today. So I want to talk with you guys. We actually have some video that Jesse sent into us from some of the snow. So we'll take a look at that. And then let's talk about what you guys have seen with this winter storm that has been moving through the area. Take a look at this video here, guys. This is from earlier today from near Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Yeah, I was out driving around, and I cannot emphasize enough how dangerous this system is that's coming through right now. There's been multiple accidents reported all over all over Iowa. There's been a 70-car pileup along I-35 near Ankeny.
Wow.
As well as parts of I-80 near Iowa City and along I-380 in and around the Cedar Rapids area. We've heard reports of at least 3 deaths which have occurred due to these storms. Now, there could be more that just haven't gotten reported yet. We don't know, but we cannot emphasize how much caution you need to take if you are out and about driving tonight.
Absolutely. And Dan, I mean, talk to us what conditions are like up there in Wisconsin. Is this kind of the same scene up in Wisconsin?
Yeah, I'm just kind of logging in here, just getting things brought up to speed here. I was working on getting a couple of graphics put together for you here real quick.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's still snowing. It's not coming down real hard or anything. By the time that it's all said and done, we should have about another 3 inches or so. I was working on putting together something here for you real fast. While I do that, if you want to keep giving some updates here, I'll be able to show you something here in just a second.
Yeah, so I mean, this same storm system here is right now, it's moving across parts of the, lower Great Lakes region where we saw those winter weather advisories. Jesse, I think we actually have a recent mesoscale discussion that came out. Do you have the information on that new mesoscale discussion?
Yes, I do.
I think we have it. Give me just a second. Got it right here. So, you got it?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. So what do we got going on with that snow moving across Illinois now?
Moderate to occasional heavy snow will continue across parts of northern Illinois into northern Indiana for a few more hours. Rates can be up to 1 inch per hour.
Wow.
With this line of storms.
That's not bad snowfall rates right there. 1 inch an hour.
Yeah, and I believe they're already looking at about 2 to 3 inches already so far today.
Yeah. Excellent that you mentioned that. Let's take a look here real quick at some of those snowfall reports here. I've got it pulled up here on my radar. Give me just a second. I'll pull this up here for everyone so you guys can see what we're looking at. Whoa. So this here is what we've got. So this is that main band of snow coming in across portions of northern and north central Illinois. And I'm not sure how well you can see that, but we have some totals of 2 to 3 inches across much of the area here. This is north of the Springfield metro area. We're looking at a lot of 3-inch reports here where some of these darker shadings of purple are coming in right now. How much snow did you get in your location, Jesse, where you're at there in Cedar Rapids today?
I believe we got roughly around 3.5 inches so far.
Was that above or below what you guys were forecasting?
Below.
What were they forecast, like 4 to 6?
I think it was 6 to 8.
Wow. Okay. What about you, Dan? How much do you have on the ground, you say?
Up until it started again this afternoon, I believe our totals around, at least my area, is right around the 5-inch mark. Nice. Here I have a graphic that was put out by my local National Weather Service, the one in Milwaukee, Sullivan. And here you can see the expected snowfall for the remainder of tonight. Now, in this area here, we are under a winter weather advisory for about another 15 minutes. That's set to expire at 9 p.m. CST for those in southern Wisconsin. And as you can see, towards south central Wisconsin, around Darlington and up through the Illinois border out west, they're going to see an additional 4 inches of snow. That will continue on, should be tapering off shortly now. And then as you move north and to the northeast, it'll slightly diminish from there. Around my area, we'll get additional about 3 inches of snow by the time that this one's all said and done. So over the last couple of days, we've received about 6 to 7 inches of snow or so. With it being February, that is our snowiest month on average, so it's nothing that shouldn't be unexpected. Right now, it's about a balmy 10 degrees, so not only do we have the snow, but it's kind of a 1-2 punch, so we're receiving a little bit of snow. Again, if you're from anywhere around in this area, you know a few inches is absolutely nothing, but on top of some pretty cold temperatures, it's winter is not letting go.
Yeah, not quite as cold as the Super Bowl was last night, though.
No, that's true, but at least that had a good finish.
Yes, it did. Congrats to all the Patriots.
We've received more snow than Tom Brady caught passes, that's for sure.
Oh, snap.
Nice.
It's good to have my brother on here with us as well. I want to welcome JJ here to the StormCast as well. Yeah, we haven't gotten any snow here in our area. Now, Rob, talk to me because you guys had some storms down there in Florida a couple days ago.
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, Joey, yesterday we got some snow. I mean, snow. Yesterday we got some heavy, thunderstorms rolling through, and yeah, we got quite a bit of rain yesterday. It went all through last night to about 10 o'clock EST, maybe 11 o'clock, right before Super Bowl ended. But yeah, it was a good 5-6 hours of rain we've had down here.
Wow, nice. And I think you're expecting some more rain the rest of this week.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, Florida winters. Enjoy those 80s for us. I'm sure Dan would love to steal 40 of that 80.
Right now, we're just trying to stay holding on to double digits.
Awesome.
Our low tonight should dip below 0.
Awesome. Well,
Joey,
go ahead, Jeff.
To let you know, just to give you an idea, what I have pulled up here on my screen right now is a picture of the accident that was on I-35 earlier today.
Yeah, that was that 70-car pileup there that we were just talking about. So there's a picture from it. I'm assuming it's probably from like Highway DOT can there, it looks like. But yeah, I
believe it was, yes.
That is pretty serious there for sure. Very dangerous driving conditions. You can see, I mean, the roads are completely covered. Can't even see the lines on the road.
Now, I know I'm a little late to the party. Maybe you've talked about this part already, but any injuries or anything that we know about with that particular situation yet?
Yes, right now we've had a report of 3 deaths that have occurred so far.
Yeah, and that was just with this particular accident. I did see weather.com reporting 6 deaths in total across the state of Iowa from various accidents, but 3 from this one alone.
So that's certainly a potentially dangerous situation. So if you have to go out, please be careful. Leave plenty of distance between you and the next driver in front of you. Brake early. All the smart winter driving safety tips.
And heard earlier a report from a semi-truck driver that traffic was backed up from downtown Cedar Rapids all the way to the I-380 corridor because of accidents all along 380.
Yeah, in addition to the accidents in Iowa, there were also 5 deaths reported in Missouri over the weekend as well. So, I mean, that's 11 deaths we've had this weekend just from this winter snow system. So, like Dan said, just really drive smart when you're out there. So, well, turning to past weather news, it's been quite an interesting week of weather for sure. How many of you guys got up early enough, I would say, to see the super blood moon lunar eclipse? Anyone?
No.
Yeah, I didn't get up early enough either. But fortunately, we actually did have one of our team members, Joey Moreno, out near Kansas City, Missouri, sent us in this picture of the moon. I mean, look at that. That is absolutely fantastic there. Thank you, Joey Moreno,
gorgeous,
for sending that in. Yeah, I mean, just the reflection there and the color to it is really really amazing. And a friend of mine too, Charles Peak, I saw some of his photography that he did, and he put like a little a time lapse of the moon, going through the eclipse, and that was really cool too. So
yes, I saw that. That was awesome.
That was really cool. Yeah. So definitely always great to see some of our team members' pictures and things like that, sending them in to us. So definitely appreciate that. Any other news that you guys have from the last time we've talked? Anything exciting in your areas besides the snow?
Look ready for spring.
Yes.
definitely ready for spring. Hopefully we'll start to usher in a little bit warmer weather up, at least in this area. I know Rob's enjoying the 70s down there in Florida. Yeah. But no, I mean it's that time of year still. It's February. The good thing about February snow is that yes, we do tend to have a bit of snow in the month of February, but as we say around here, at least the snow you do get typically doesn't stick around for too long. So,
quick question for you. Are you in like a snow deficit compared to normal years, or are you pretty much right on average?
I don't have the exact figures, but just based on living here for the last 36 years, yes, we are definitely in a snow deficit. This has definitely been a dry winter season. I don't have the exact numbers. If we're on long enough, maybe I can get you that by the time this episode is over. But
I kind of
we're
figured
definitely below normal.
When you said that you only had like 6 inches on the ground?
Very little. Last night, from Saturday into yesterday, that particular storm system that came through, I believe, was the highest snow total for a particular storm this season, at least in my area around here.
Wow.
And 5 inches is not a whole lot for us.
Yeah. Don't have to break out the snowblower for that, do you?
Yeah.
You haven't broken out the snowblower this season, have you?
I have once, only because of how the plows, when they go down the road in front of the driveway, it creates a bit of a hill. But other than that, not really. It's been pretty spread out.
Well, I do have we're going to talk about some of the upcoming weather that we have. We've taken a look at the past weather and current weather. Now let's take a look. Let's talk a little bit about some of the upcoming weather. And Dan mentioned that he's looking forward to spring. So Dan, I have some good news for you.
Yes.
Storm Prediction Center Outlook is in for tomorrow. I'm not sure if you've seen it or not, but we actually have a marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow here across portions of southern Arkansas and northeast Texas, northern Louisiana, into parts of northwestern Mississippi for tomorrow.
Yes, I do see that. It's about time the Outlook map has some color on it.
Exactly. Even though it's only green, we wish it was yellow or orange, but hey, gotta start somewhere, right?
Baby steps.
There we go. Exactly.
Yeah, baby steps.
So really, what we're looking at with this particular storm system here that's going to be moving across fairly quickly tomorrow, primary threat is going to be just maybe some isolated hail here and there. Can't rule out a brief spin-up tornado. I would say maybe more across portions of probably maybe even just outside of this marginal risk area. I was looking at some of the models earlier, and Logan Poole had posted something on his Facebook page. But looking at a cold core severe weather setup there across the area there outlined in the marginal risk, but wouldn't be surprised to maybe see some severe weather kind of form south of this marginal risk area, maybe into southwestern Mississippi. So, but hey, a severe storm is a severe storm, right?
Yep.
This is true.
So, Jesse, I hope you have your radar ready for tomorrow, open to, see if we can get a severe thunderstorm warning or something like that. But just wanted to share that with everyone. So places like Dallas, Texas, Plano, Texas, over towards Shreveport, even into Little Rock, all of those areas are within that marginal risk area for tomorrow. So just keep your eye to the sky tomorrow if you live in those areas. So definitely exciting stuff. It means that severe weather season is getting close, which means it's going to get busy here on StormCast. Start getting our live reports from some of our chasers. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, guys. Really going to be good. But other than that, really the main story is going to be the snow. Just that snowstorm moving across and then getting up into the northeast. Looks like we could maybe be seeing some icy conditions a little bit further south into maybe portions of Tennessee over toward Virginia. I know North Carolina picked up some ice a couple days ago, but that's pretty much it for the forecast. Other than that, going to be still pretty cold across the eastern 2/3 of the country. I mean, last year at this time, we were talking 70 up in the 70s and tornadoes here in Georgia last year. So what a difference a year can make.
Didn't we have at this time last year roughly around 100 tornado reports?
I believe so, yeah. Last year at this time, I was probably pretty close to, we already had 100 tornadoes reported, because in that one tornado outbreak in central and southern Georgia, we had, I think it was 67 tornadoes alone. And that was back in January of 2017. So definitely.
That's not the one where you involved in it, where it had, where you were in between 3 tornado warnings, was it?
Yeah, that might have been. I can't remember if that was that or if that was in April. That may have been in April.
I can't remember which one that was.
So awesome. Well, our final segment of the evening is our Weather 101 Basics segment, a new segment that we're going to be doing here every week on StormCast. For those of you that don't know, I'm actually studying to become a meteorologist online through Mississippi State University. And this semester, I'm actually taking 2 classes. I'm taking a water resources class, and my favorite class of the 2 is actually satellite and radar meteorology. So, Dan, Jesse, Rob, JJ, quick question for you guys. Let's see if you guys know this. What are the 3 main types of satellite data that meteorologists use? There's 3 types of satellite data that meteorologists use. Do any of you guys know any type of satellite imagery?
I believe I know 2 of them.
I do,
but I'll let.
All right, go ahead, Dan. Give me one of them.
Well, the easiest would be visible.
There we go. That is one. Yes, visible satellite imagery. Awesome. Jesse, what's one that you got? Let's see what you got. Unless Dan stole it.
Infrared.
Jesse, why don't you?
Infrared.
There you go.
Infrared.
Infrared.
Yeah. That is number 2. Rob, do you know what the 3rd one is? You live in Florida. This 3rd one is very, very practical to where you live.
Something about water, maybe?
Yes, water vapor. So those are your 3 main types of satellite imagery. 3 main types. Excellent job, guys. So now, what's the difference between, say, a visible satellite imagery, an infrared satellite image, and a water vapor satellite image? Dan, talk to me a little bit. You probably know this. What exactly is a visible satellite image good for? Is it something that we can look at in the night, or is it only really useful during the day?
Based on my experience and from what I understand, visible is definitely more useful during the day. Visible satellite imagery wouldn't be very useful at night because you wouldn't be able to see anything because it's dark.
Exactly.
Which is why you use infrared. But when possible, visible satellite imagery tends to be a bit more accurate and will give you a closer representation of what is actually occurring.
Exactly. See, it's awesome. So like Dan said, don't try and use a visible satellite image if it's, 10 o'clock at night in the eastern U.S. All you're going to see is black. I want to give you guys a great website if you're interested in getting access to satellite imagery, particularly here for the United States. There are different websites where if you're interested in getting satellite imagery for, say, like Europe or, the Middle East or something like that, there are different websites for that. But what you're wanting to do, and maybe you want to bookmark this, I'll probably post this up on our Twitter account. So if you're following us on Twitter, look for a link tonight to the GOES East Imagery Viewer. And you're probably really cool thing with our new satellites that we have, GOES 16, is that it's pretty much like an HD version of satellites. I could go on about, the history of, when the first weather satellite was launched and things like that. But this here The link is, I'm going to share this here, screen share. Give me just a second here. This is the GOES East image viewer. So pretty much one cool thing that you can do on this website, which is star.nesdis.noaa.gov/GOES. That's the URL. Again, I'll be posting that on our Twitter and Facebook. But you can come right to this page. This is the full disk view that you see of pretty much the Western Hemisphere. So you got the United States up here, and then South America down here. And you can take it if you want to do like a full view of the continental U.S. Say we want to look at visible satellite imagery. So this here's the visible satellite image of the United States. As you can see, we can't see anything. It's dark across all of the United States. You can see at the beginning of the frame, you can kind of see the light moving from east to west across the far western portions of the United States, but now it's dark. So if we really want to see what's going on, what do we got to do? Well, we're going to come down here. We can look at our infrared satellite imagery, which Jesse mentioned. So here is, oh, sorry, wrong thing. Come on. There we go. So this would be an infrared satellite image and has a nice temperature scale at the bottom. So this basically measures the cloud tops. So we can see our whole snow system here moving across portions of Illinois and the Ohio Valley. That's going to be moving up into the Northeast where those winter storm watches are. Then we have another little snow system out here in Colorado. Some more scattered snow showers up into Montana that they had snow up there today as well. So that would be your infrared satellite image. And then the last one, which is water vapor. And the cool thing about this, you have a mid-level water vapor or lower level, so you can choose, which one, depending on what you're wanting to see. A water vapor imagery, which is really useful when we're tracking things like hurricanes. Water vapor imagery, it shows us the amount of water vapor in the air. So all this orange and yellow that you see, this is all dry air that we have. And where you see the clouds, this is cooler air. These, the bright shadings of wetter clouds and some cooler air behind it. But you can see all the dry air across Florida. I had a couple scattered showers across the state today there, probably from some, thunderstorms that popped up there. But those are your three main types of water vapor imagery. So, definitely encourage you guys to go check out that link, explore that, bookmark it. Really good stuff there that we as meteorologists and forecasters and storm chasers use, when we're wanting to take a look at, the atmosphere and, not have to take a trip up to the International Space Station to see what's going on out there. So good stuff. Good stuff. Any questions? Dan, JJ, Jesse, Rob?
I think we're pretty good.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, it's been good to be back on here with everyone. It's been great. But we're going to give us our closing remarks. So for our closing remarks, I have one question that I want you guys to answer. Then you guys can give your closing thoughts. But today is National Weather Person's Day. If you're not aware, it's the day that, we celebrate all the meteorologists, stuff like that. So in your closing remarks, tell me who your favorite weather person is and maybe why, if you have a reason. And then, give your closing remarks. So we'll go down the line. Dan, we'll start with you.
Favorite weather person? Well, I'll have to mention two. And they're both going to be local from the Milwaukee area. One is retired and one is current, so I'll give you two. Back when I was in probably second or third grade, I already knew I had a big interest in weather. And one of our local meteorologists actually came out to our school and did a little presentation. And he has been on Milwaukee's news channel for a long, long time, and that would be Vince Condella. I've enjoyed watching him for a very long time, and now he's out somewhere enjoying retirement. And right now, on a different station local to Milwaukee, is a great, funny, very outgoing meteorologist, and that would be Brian Goddard. And actually, I got to meet him a couple of times. Very nice guy. Enjoy watching him on TV. Hopefully, doing forecasts for our area for quite some time yet. And so I had to give you two.
Awesome. And any closing remarks for our 2018 season premiere?
2018 just kicking off. Things will hopefully be getting busy soon. I'm sure you'll mention later that StormCast is going to be aired every other week starting this season. So make sure you tune in every Monday at 8 o'clock p.m. Central every other week for StormCast. And I look forward to the ride. It'll be good.
Yeah,
and we're going to try to rotate in a lot of other members of our team. We're trying to incorporate into the show. So
see some different faces.
Every other week, you'll be able to meet some new people. You'll see some faces that you've seen before, and looking forward to it.
Awesome. JJ, what are your favorite weather person and your closing remarks for us?
It would have to be Jim Cantori, and I don't know his name, but he's like the head meteorologist when it comes to hurricanes. But Jim Cantori, what?
Brian Norcross, maybe? Is he from the Weather Channel?
Yeah, and he's like the main guy when hurricane season is going on.
Either him or Stephen Lyons. Stephen Lyons was great.
Yeah, that's him. And for my remarks, just like hoping that we can go out west. That'd be really good. That'd be really good for doing other videos and for everyone else to see what we can do out west chasing the storm. So that is my final thoughts.
Awesome. Great having you on here tonight, man. Jesse, what is your favorite weather person?
That would be Joe Winters from the local TV channel here in Cedar Rapids. He's been a big help with teaching me some things. And if I could ever work with him, I would so do it if I was given an opportunity. My other favorite person I'm going to shoot it from the hip here, and that would be you, Joey.
Aw. I'm glad.
Can't leave you out of the mix, man.
Aw.
I'm technically not a meteorologist yet, but will be hopefully soon.
Meteorologist or not yet. Too bad.
Awesome. And what are your closing remarks here on our opening StormCast of the 2018 season?
Excited for spring to get here so we can get some storms going and get some chases going. But I just want to emphasize one more time that if you do have to go out tonight in the Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Dakotas, Minnesota, please be careful out there.
Yeah, definitely take it slow. Take it slow. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jesse. Great having you on as always. Rob, it has come to you, my friend. Favorite weather person and your closing remarks for this week.
My favorite weather person, he was also a local weather person I used to watch as a kid, but he passed away. His name was Dick Fletcher, and he was a local meteorologist we had. But yeah, he was just so always funny and enthusiastic. He was one of my favorites as a kid growing up.
Nice. And closing remarks, you got any?
To have a great new year of weather, storm chasing, and hurricanes.
Yeah, it'll be good, man. Gonna be fun. Thanks for being on here with us and giving us the updates from there. Nice, sunny, warm Florida. Hopefully, we'll get some of that warmth a little bit further up north so we can kick off some storms.
Yay.
Awesome. And my favorite weather person, this is really hard for me because I have a lot. But I would say one of my favorite weather people that I guess I follow fairly regularly would actually be Mr. James Spann over in Birmingham, Alabama. I think what really got me into, keeping up with James Spann was the April 27th, 2011 tornado outbreak and his coverage that he did during that particular event. I just really like his presentation style, the way he, gets his message across to the viewers. He's also a Christian too, which is also pretty awesome too. So him, and then folks like Jim Cantori. Another person that I like in the hurricane person will be Max Mayfield, even though he's retired now, but he was the director of the National Hurricane Center. So those are some of my favorites. And my closing remarks, definitely thank you guys. Want to thank everyone, Dan, JJ, Jesse, Rob. Thank you guys so much for being a part of StormCast this week. It's been great catching up with you guys. Thank you so much, Jesse, for sending in that video of what's going on out there in Iowa. Really appreciated that. And thanks to all of our viewers. You guys are amazing. Really glad to be back here. Again, as Dan mentioned earlier, we'll be doing this every other week, Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Definitely follow us. Again, as I mentioned, we'll be posting some more information on Twitter and Facebook. Twitter is at ExtremeWX Video, so definitely follow us there. And Facebook.com/Extreme Weather Videos. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave a comment here on this video. If there's something you want us to talk about in the next Stormcast for Weather 101, let us know what you want us to talk about, and we'll talk about that on the next Stormcast. Again, thank you to all of our participants. Hope you guys all have a great night. Stay warm, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Have a great evening.